Uh-oh, human.
Whoa, 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 off to a bad start already with only one word and an oopsie noise. Me am not the hoomans. And I will not be disparaged as such by someone who makes content for TikTok of all things. Which is a bad thing to do because I'm an old man and TikTok scares me. I mean, new things are always bad. That's what TV keeps telling me about the internet with no vested interest, I am sure.
Listen, I'm not going to allow you to be intellectually dishonest.
First you call me human and then you tell me I'm not even allowed to partake in the sport of every single person I cover on this channel. That's not fair. Why don't I get to be that when you are almost certain to do the same shit, eh? That doesn't seem like a balanced conversation to me.
Atheism is in fact a worldview because a worldview is how one views or interprets reality.
No. We've had this conversation before. Well, not you and me specifically, but it happens so often you might as well be the same as everyone else. It's not a worldview, it's part of one. And that's a significant difference. You cannot cover the entirety of someone's way of interpreting the world based on one thing they do or don't believe, no matter how big the implications of that thing could be. You can't tell everything about me by the simple fact that I enjoy whiskey, even though not enjoying it would make me significantly less handsome, famous and good at the sex. And really, what else is there?
It is a collection of beliefs.
Absolutely, categorically wrong. It is only one belief, otherwise you wouldn't get atheists that hold wildly different worldviews. The simple fact that there are people who don't believe the jodcloms in pretty much every political party that matters today will make that abundantly clear from the off. I know you lot are never gonna stop saying it, but at least understand that every time you do, you're making it automatically clear that you are not a very smart person. So we do get a fair warning at least.
And you would, in fact, need to know many things in order to make the claim that God does not exist.
Oh look, someone telling me that I am saying as a matter of fact that God does not exist in a very smart video about them atheists, TM. What a freaking shock. That's never happened before and isn't as stupid a thing to say today as it has always been. I don't know if there's a God. I couldn't know because God is not a scientific claim and is designed to be impossible to know on purpose. It's the same way that as much as you might think you know he does, I know you have no idea because you have no proof, because the proof that he exists would nullify the very qualities that make him that kind of God. You can't prove he real, so I have no reason to believe the claim he is. The same way you can't prove that you are a smart person who knows how to words, because that's obviously impossible.
You're making yourself look kind of ignorant right now.
The irony police have been dispatched and will be by to arrest you within the hour. Do not try to resist arrest. They will mock you incessantly until you acquiesce or otherwise die of shame. Although that never happens with you guys for some reason. Almost like you don't have any shame.
If your claim is that you're not convinced that God exists, it would be because you currently believe that God does not exist.
Well, I just explained how that doesn't follow, but are there people who believe God doesn't exist? Yes. Are they right? I have no f***ing idea, and neither do they. But that doesn't make me, who is perfectly happy not knowing, or the guy who likes to think that he knows information that he literally can't, not an atheist by definition, because shockingly, that's not how words work, you sack of emaciated bricks.
And you don't believe that God exists because you believe something else.
Okay, I don't believe God exists because I think that the movie Biodome is objectively the worst piece of crap ever put to film. Is that how that works? And seriously, prove me wrong. Goddamn, that movie is so freaking bad. I could have made it.
Listen, all worldviews seek to answer all the important questions.
Okay, but you haven't proven that atheism is a worldview because, you know, you can't. Because it isn't. But of course you are going to pretend that you did, seeing as of all the skills that theist apologists seem to share, it's an active imagination. You guys are very, very, very good at playing make-believe. Wish I was. But no, I just have to carry on living my life as a sexy space pilot lion tamer. Shit sucks. It's really hard to tame those space pilot lions.
What is the origin to life? What is the meaning to life? Who am I? Why am I here? Why is there something rather than nothing?
What's going on? Who are you? And why should I care? How do I make the pain stop? When am I going to end this stupid bit? Where did I leave my shits to give for being the world's most attractive annoying person? The answer to all of those questions is, of course, yes.
You have a worldview. All people do. But why does your worldview better explain life and all of creation?
I mean, assuming that my worldview even tries to, because get this right, there are people with perspectives that don't care to explain the origin of pretty much anything, or the whys to that effect. I mean, watch almost any reality TV show. Those motherfuckers are not considering the grand existential questions so much as how many vajazzles does it take to screw in a light bulb? Or whatever the fuck those shows are about.
Listen, we're like detectives, and we're both presenting our own case, but you have the burden of proof for why you believe what you believe.
I don't actually. That's not how burden of proof works. You have the burden of proof when you make claims, not for when you dismiss them for being fricking stupid and or having no reason to believe them because there's nothing backing them up. You can claim that you did the big smart, but me not believing you for obvious reasons doesn't suddenly mean I have to prove some sort of non-existence evidence that you didn't do it. That is not how this works, bucko.
Just as I have the burden of proof for why I believe what I believe.
Again, it's not about what you believe, it's about what you claim. You can believe whatever you want, so long as you keep it to yourself. You can believe that the sky is made of chocolate and that Biodome is a good movie. But once you say those things out loud, and more importantly, want people to believe the same, you're gonna have to back that shit up. And therein lies the challenge.
And many ignorant atheists, they make the illogical mistake of saying that atheism makes no claims.
You know, you're right to laugh. That is funny. Calling many atheists ignorant when you clearly have no fucking idea what you're talking about is hilarious. It's one thing to say atheism has a claim, singular. It's quite another to go beyond and say that it makes multiple claims as well, which is frankly completely idiotic. I could give you the benefit of the doubt and say that maybe you misspoke, but it really wouldn't trend with the fact that everything else you have said so far was completely asinine. Also, I don't wanna.
But atheism makes no claims is itself a claim that would need to be defended, but it can't be defended because it's a claim. It's self-refuting.
You dumb motherfucker. Are you serious? Oh, right, of course you are. Right, so yeah, that's a claim that needs to be defended, sure, but it's really easy to do because it's a claim about what atheism is, not a claim of atheism. The only thing being atheist says is that a person doesn't buy your or other claims of supernatural super guy that is super. Oh, how difficult and completely debunking of me, and not utterly moronic that was. You big clever cleverer.
And if you claim that atheism makes no claims, well then you claim ignorance, and so you might as well be a blank canvas, and if that's the case, well then I'll paint a picture on you. Whoop.
That was not only rude and condescending and wrong and stupid and many other things, it also doesn't make sense. Again, shocking. I think that's the first time that's happened in this video. Atheism, again, is a fact about what's in someone's head. It's a position within a worldview. Like how theism isn't a worldview, any number of worldviews that have theism as part of them and are, in general, but not always, called religions. But only an idiot would call theism itself the worldview. Yes, I am staring at you very loudly.
There, look at that. That's you making claims. Atheists make claims whether you like it or not.
Right. No one is denying that people make claims. That's not a clever thing to say, that's a basic fact about reality. But that's not what you are trying to posit. You are trying to say that the atheism itself, the descriptor of a small part of a person's worldview, is making the claim or claims even. And I posit you're wrong. Because you don't know how to English or how to ideas. And to back up this claim, I simply need to present you saying anything ever.
Because every proposition that affirms something denies something else by logical implication, because truth is absolute and exclusive.
Okay, even if you want to say that truth is absolute and exclusive, and I give you that for argument's sake, belief isn't. I mean, the simple fact that it can change really hammers that home. And when it comes to the theism claim, there are a lot of things that you could believe instead. Because again, atheism isn't a claim. There are atheists who believe in aliens. There are atheists who believe in ghosts. There are atheists who think I am actually pretending to be dumb, when I am objectively one of the dumbest mofos that ever did dunder being. The not believing God thing doesn't affirm shit.
Your belief that God does not exist is within your worldview, which is a collection of beliefs.
Okay, ignoring the whole "you believe God does not" shit. Did you just refute yourself, my brainily challenged chum? I think you did. I thought atheism was the worldview, not that it's part of one. That's like the literal opposite of what you've been saying this whole video. Damn it, man. Do I even need to be here if he's gonna be just debunkerizing himself and whatnot? The answer to that, of course, is yes. Who's going to provide the dry, witty sounding banter? Not him. That's for true.
You only denied God because you affirmed something else. So what is that something else that you believe?
It could be literally dozens of things because atheism isn't a f***ing worldview or a claim, you cretin! Yeah, you probably believe that there's a different explanation, but that doesn't mean it is something specific by the simple fact that you don't believe one different explanation. Because there are a bunch, some of them more likely than others, and you want me to say what mine is? Well, almost everything can be explained and backed up by naturalistic explanations. Why do I think that? Because the words I just said mean things. Remind me again the evidence that supports any version of theism. I would wait, but I don't have infinite time on my hands.
Because if God is true, your worldview will crumble.
I mean, it literally won't. I already told you that I don't know. Will I be surprised? You damn right, him coming out of the woodwork after every single moment of time since forever having not done that seems pretty unlikely. But it will change one thing about the things I believe. It's changed from don't know to do know. And the rest don't actually have to necessarily change, because even if that happened, which God will it be is completely indiscernible. And even if you think you know, guess what? I'll give you a clue. You don't.
I know, because it happened to me when I had been an atheist.
Ah, yeah, of course, we got one of them converts. You know, every time, even if they did actually used to be an atheist, it's always either I was an atheist because I was mad at God, or I was an atheist because I had spent literally 0 seconds considering my position on that fact, and as soon as someone actually presented me a worldview, I just went with that instead. I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but I don't know of anyone who actually understood why they were an atheist who then converted. It just seems unlikely, you know?
And finally, atheism is not a lack of belief. Otherwise, you wouldn't even have any beliefs. But you do.
In one specific claim, you giga cretin. What the f*** is wrong with you? You sit there smugly throwing out stupid idea after stupid idea, thinking that you've said anything of value, and then you tell us that we are the fools. It's incredible that you have managed to sit up straight and f***ing breathe, so profound your lack of discernible intelligence appears to be. Fuck.
I'm going to show you an example. Look, you don't merely have a lack of belief that this is red.
Oh, well, take it all back. He's got a pen. That changes everything. Wait, no, the other one. What is it with vertical recording theists and thinking that f***ing pens or pencils or friggin' quills are the key to defeating the atheism forever? We get it. You're pretending to know how to write because you own an inscription device. I own a toaster oven doesn't mean I'm God and cocking Ramsay.
No, you possess a belief that this is green.
Forgetting your abject bigotry against our colourblind brethren and sistren? Well, apart from the fact you obviously hate those guys, I don't have a belief that that pen is anything. I don't have to, because that pen is objectively green. That pen is measurable on the Adobe RGB scale as very f***ing green. All the ideas about God are subjective. It's not the same thing, you goof.
Likewise, you do not possess a mere lack of belief that God exists. Rather, you possess a belief that God doesn't exist.
Oh, you're contradicting yourself again. This is a 3-minute video and you have repeatedly confounded your own arguments. Do you think that by saying a lot of things in rapid succession, you are just going to trick people into thinking that you said something that meant anything? Well, it doesn't work on me. You're a hoomans and as such, never say anything of value. Got you there, buddy.
And your belief that God doesn't exist stems directly from your worldview, which is a collection of beliefs.
Fuck me, I feel like I'm swirling down a drain of incessant silliness. My worldview is many things. My belief that the thing you say about God doing a real being wrong is one of them, and not even remotely the most important one. The most important of all my beliefs is that all the whiskey everywhere belongs to me, because that's correct.
All beliefs determine unbeliefs. All unbeliefs stem directly from beliefs.
And I believe that you might be one of the most ridiculous people that I have ever interacted with. And that stems from the fact that you believe that you are actually a person with a brain and not a sentient pile of rotting cabbage. So I guess you're right about something. Good job. Wait, before you go, I have something super important to tell you. It's life or death. It will change everything forever. No, wait, it's gone. Oh well, probably wasn't important. But while I have you, don't forget to comment, subscribe and notify. And if you want more of my smexy voice, check out Mrs. Six's channel Spoonstaff Stories, where I narrate and voice all the videos, and she does the work. And if you want to support the channel, check out the merch store for cool t-shirts, or check out Patreon, memberships and PayPal to support directly. Finally, follow me on the medias of social to get completely pointless guff and to keep up on the latest releases. Oh, I just remembered what I was going to tell you. Whatever you do, don't touch the